Hello, Editor Gage here with some, I don't know if this is sad or just bad. I don't know, just some news. So, while editing the video, I could not find my original intro. I don't know where it went, but it disappeared. I don't know where, I don't know what happened to it. However, I guess that gives me an excuse for this. I have made a Patreon. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. I have made a Patreon. Extremely cheap prices. I'm talking about the one that you need the most is the $1 one. That's the only one you need. The rest you can get if you want. You know, it's your choice. And you get all types of reactions with no more copyright problems. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. And you even get movie reactions and TV show reactions for the second tier. That's all you really need. So, yeah. Go check out my Patreon. Link in description. Don't know what happened to my intro, but this commenter, asked for me to react to it. So, here you go. Merry Christmas to all of you out there. And, actually, let me do that. Enjoy the video, everyone. And Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Let's get into the video. Hey, you. Wanna hear a joke? Who's the best? Loves to watch, but cringes at everything I do. My subscribers. Here's another one. What's jolly? Giving makes you wanna sing, but also makes you...
What do you mean?
Answer? These videos.
With Christmas finally here, what kind of Scrooge McGrinches would we be if we didn't release a Christmas-themed Good to Evil episode? And
Honestly,
what better
would be a
holiday
Grinch if
choice
you didn't
than
do
what I
that.
would argue
Good
is the
Grinch.
greatest Christmas movie ever made,
I
Home
wouldn't
Alone.
say that.
After all, there's nothing more festive than watching a little boy who has been abandoned by his family ruthlessly defend his home against home invaders using all sorts of violent means. No, seriously, regardless of how the plot sounds, this movie puts you in the holiday
I wonder if they'll
spirit
ever
like
make
no
a
other
Home
film.
Alone movie
And with
off
such a great
Christmas.
cast of characters who range all over the moral spectrum, we had to give it the good to evil treatment. And yes,
Well, of course.
we're including the sequel, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Good.
And no, we're not including Home Alone 3, you uncultured swines. Side note, this time,
What did you
since I
just
think the
call
most
me?
evil characters are the most obvious, we're gonna flip it around, start with the evil, and end with the good. I'm Kyle, with
Okay,
Wiki
yeah, that's
Binge, and
definitely
this
Amber.
is Home Alone, Evil to Good.
And you were smooching with my brother.
Okay,
What is
first
that
up,
logo?
let's get the most evil out of the way. Obviously, we gotta go with Harry. It goes
Yeah,
without
we
saying
already know
that
that.
Harry is a thief, someone who's willing to steal from anyone. Whether it's stealing from families on Christmas, or even a toy store that has its profits going to a children's hospital as charity. I mean, that is a pretty reprehensibly low moral bar.
It
But
is.
there's more. Harry's
means Marv
personality
is
is
better than
absolutely
Harry.
terrible. He is angry, cold, and bitter.
Where are you, you little creep?
He seems to have a really detestable outlook on everything around him, in which he's completely comfortable stealing
new
from
book. They're not
and
doing
screwing over
nice to
anyone
good to
who
evil.
gives him
They're
the
doing
opportunity.
naughty thing.
I've got a gun in my
Nice.
pocket. You open your mouth and you'll be spitting gum out through
This
your
was
foot.
2 years ago.
And
by
let's
the way,
not
too,
forget
so
how
there was a lot of
violent he
things they
is.
changed,
I
but-
get that he was angry after
know.
enduring a house of traps. But we really can't feel sorry for him, given the fact that he's a criminal targeting a house with only a child in it. He chases an 8-year-old.
Okay,
his
we gotta
own
be
house,
honest.
Threatens him with violence, and then when he
like,
finally catches him,
I know
he tries
Marv
to
and
bite
Harry's
off each of
bad
his
and all,
fingers
but
one at a
after
time.
everything they go through with Kevin, I start to feel sorry for them, because that's a lot
What
of
an
pain
absolute
for...
psychopath.
what they're
And
doing.
let's not forget in Home Alone 2, he pulled an illegal handgun on Kevin and attempted to kill him with it.
I never made it to 6th grade, kid. And it doesn't look like you're gonna either.
This guy is a
we don't know if
monster
he's in
and
6th grade
deserves
or
to be
not.
put in prison for the rest of his life. His own fear of going into a church seems to represent the fact that he's clearly aware of how evil he is.
Maybe we're in the church.
I'm not going in there.
Now let's move on to
Never-
his partner,
never
Marv.
saw that
Part of
part.
me wanted to try to
I don't
find a way to
remember.
rank Marv as a bit less evil, mainly because of how moronic he is.
We just broke out of prison a few days ago.
You are stupid.
My thinking was maybe his stupidity was enough to
You're
chalk
not
him
as
up
dumb
as
as Bowser
easily
Jr. and
influenced
Jeffy
by
though,
his
so-
smarter partner.
Hey, get that award.
But no, he's almost as bad as Harry. Yeah, he's stupid, but he's not mentally ill or handicapped. So he is most definitely responsible for his actions. And although Marv isn't as violent as his partner, he absolutely has no problem chasing a child in an attempt to rob him.
He also has no problem
Santa
for trying to
Claus.
quit the job. Remember that part
Adele.
when he didn't want to...
At the start of Home Alone 2, he also
Find the rope.
alludes
There's
to
nothing.
murdering Kevin when they bump into him.
What's the difference? He's not gonna talk to anybody. Except maybe a fish.
And he has no problem watching his partner try to bite off his fingers.
Could smash his face with an iron.
In addition to all that, Marv seems to have a real, genuine love of thievery and crime, turning on water faucets in people's houses to further ruin their property, just because. What I'm saying is, Marv deserved every brick of what happened to him. Now,
Maybe not
next up
every
is
brick.
Uncle
Those are
Frank,
heavy.
and I was really considering giving this scumbag
You.
the number 2 spot.
I
but he,
don't...
without a
I
doubt,
don't...
deserves
yeah,
the bronze
you know,
dirtbag
yeah,
medal.
yeah, he's the worst of the family members.
What an absolute horrible personality on this guy. Let's break it
Yeah,
down.
he's definitely an
he
evil
treats
tier for me,
everyone
too.
around him terribly, and we only see him interact with his own family. Imagine how he treats people outside of his circle.
Oh,
He's
I
also
never thought
a
of that
leech.
before.
You better not wreck my trip, you little sourpuss. Your dad's paying good money for it.
What's the
Oh,
matter, Uncle
shut
Frank?
up.
You can't help your little brother out by paying for some of those pizzas, you cheap jerk?
Oh, it's my brother's house. He'll take care of it.
Oh, and let's not forget that he goes on vacation on his little brother's dime and still acts like a total a-hole. Kevin's right to call him out on being a cheapskate. And
Oh,
also,
I
who
agree.
talks to an
I agree.
8-year-old child, let alone your own nephew, like this?
Look what you did, you little jerk.
And for what? For spilling something? He also responds to the realization that the
Me and
family
Wicked
forgot
Binge are
Kevin
on the
with
same
comparing the
page. We are
situation
on
to
the
him
same page
forgetting
with
his
this
reading
guy.
glasses,
He freaking sucks. That's what we're on. That's the page.
showing us that he doesn't even care
You're not
about the
invited to any more
well-being of his
Thanksgivings.
nephew. And let's
Or
not gloss
Christmases
over the
in
fact
my
that
family.
he just KO'd his own kid with a chair and didn't give an F.
I mean,
Uncle
he didn't
Frank
know,
is
to be
a
honest.
scumbag.
He didn't know.
But moving on to another scumbag, brilliantly played by Tim Curry, we have the concierge. Yes,
You?
Kevin
Wait,
wasn't
hold on, you were
supposed to be
played by
using his
Tim
dad's
Curry?
credit card, but how
I've
does he
heard
know
that
that?
name, but I forgot
He's
who
way
he
too
was.
suspicious of Kevin for no reason the moment he pops up on screen.
That is
Then,
true.
when he found out that there was something
He
wrong,
is such a
instead of
Grinch.
confronting Kevin like a normal person would interact with a child, he scares him and chases
Ladies
him
and gentlemen,
away
we
into
found a
dangerous
Grinch in
New
the
York City.
office. Could we please get animal control over here?
Next up, we have
That's
a bit of a
taking care of
controversial
Grinch, right?
choice. I'm throwing in both of Kevin's parents,
Huh?
Kate and Peter McAllister. And just
Wait,
to be
what?
clear, his mother is worse,
Hold on,
without
seriously?
question.
It's too late. Get upstairs.
Now, I know this might
They're
sound
bad?
harsh. Yes, Buzz and the other kids are jerks to Kevin directly, but
Buzz
Kevin's
should have been at
parents
this
are
spot.
terrible on and off throughout these two movies. And they aren't his siblings or his cousins, they're his frickin' parents. Yes, the movies end with sentimental moments, but that doesn't take away from the fact that both of them continuously single Kevin out and berate him in front of everyone else.
Yeah, that is
Despite
true.
the fact that Kevin is one of the youngest kids, they side with Buzz, who's older and obviously always the aggressor.
Oh, Buzz. That was very nice.
Would you
They
shut
punish
up?
Kevin despite the fact that
Okay.
the stuff he does
You know what?
is
I
always
agree
out
with
of
it, Finch.
defense
You can
for
stay in that
himself
spot for all I
against
care.
Buzz. In the first movie, the mess was caused
But
because
Buzz
Buzz
better
was
be the
taunting
next
and poking
person
at
in the
Kevin.
bad area.
Sure, Kevin pushed him, but he's half his
Let's
size.
be honest, is
In the
anyone in the
sequel,
good area?
Buzz humiliated
None of these
Kevin
kids
in
are really
front of
good.
everyone, and as a result, caught these hands. Why are they so harsh on Kevin but forgiving of Buzz?
When you're ready
Okay,
to apologize to Buzz and to the rest of the family, you can come down.
we
And
are
what's
on
the
the
deal
same
with banishing him to the attic not
page.
once but twice?
Same page.
out of here. You sleep on the 3rd floor.
What a weird thing to do. And when Kevin claims everyone in the family hates him, his mother doesn't even deny it.
Everyone in this family hates me.
Maybe you should ask Santa for a new family.
There is obviously a real issue with neglect towards Kevin in the family. And even after his parents seem to learn their lesson at the end of the first movie, they revert back to treating Kevin like garbage in the sequel. Also, going back to cheapskate scumbag Uncle Frank, how the actual hell would you ever let your idiot leech brother / brother-in-law talk to your kid like this?
You little jerk.
That is true. Why did you let him do that?
Mouth. But no, nothing. No consideration to even defend little Kevin, who literally just spilled some milk.
Who also got his pizza eaten by Buzz and said, "Oh, get a plate. I'm gonna throw it on." Okay, alright, you have got to be kidding me.
Maybe you have to
Buzz is still not here.
Understandable. But are you really gonna make the desperate mother at the airport who wants to get home to her kid give you her watch, earrings, first class ticket, $500 cash, and whatever else?
Plus a ring, a watch, a pocket translator, $500.
I'll say the word again. Scumbags. Okay,
I mean, we don't
Buzz is
know
up next, and really,
what's
he's the younger
Finally,
family member
finally!
who's noticeably worse than the rest of the already crappy relatives.
Oh man, I hate you.
Flemwad.
Buzz is a bully who, like his parents, likes to
In the new
target
Home Alone
Kevin
movie, he
specifically.
freaking
Why
sucks.
he's such a jerk, I don't know. But everything he does to
And that
Kevin
movie
just
sucks
seems
itself, too.
mean-spirited, even by Big
Ow!
Brother standards.
Excuse me.
He antagonizes him, humiliates him in public, and then reacts with total apathy when he finds out his brother was left behind and possibly in danger. Officer Balzark is next, but really, you can probably include every incompetent police officer in these movies. Seriously, this cop
Really?
knocks on the door a couple times and determines that nobody's home, despite all the lights.
Yeah, that's
being
pretty
on.
stupid.
And you're
That's
telling me
pretty
there's
freaking
no
stupid.
follow-up police report at the end of the first movie. Really low
Their son
standards
should
in
know
this
not
department.
to answer
But this
doors
guy-
to strangers,
this
so you're
guy's
supposed
job
to
is
come
protect and
inside, not
serve,
knock,
and he
knock on the door like,
responds to a pretty
hello,
serious
hello,
issue
and if no
of
one
a
answers,
child
like,
being
oh,
left
you
alone
don't
with
just go, oh,
total
guess no one's
apathy.
home. Alright, I'm gonna go get some coffee. You don't do that.
Just to check on you.
Yeah, dude,
You do
just
not
sit
care for
there. You
children.
wouldn't want a child's safety to get in the way of your donuts. We're throwing in the bellman here too, aka
I
Rob
hope we can
Schneider.
binge.
He seems
Rob
like
Schneider-
he might be
Rob-
alright at first, until he starts
Rob-
snooping around in
Rob
Kevin's
Schneider.
bag when he's not looking. What are you looking for, guy? Who snoops in a kid's bag?
I'm sorry,
You're
I'm
a
sorry, I'm not
scumbag,
good at
that's who.
speaking.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to rank the rest of the McAllisters here. Jeff and Lenny are the worst of the remaining relatives.
Kevin, you're such a disease.
Shut up.
They jumped on the Let's Bully Kevin bandwagon too. and
Yeah,
target
let's
him
bully
exclusively.
Kevin, let's bully Kevin.
Oh, really,
Let's
Lenny? Because North
bully
Americans call it
Kevin.
asshole.
Hey.
Now, Fuller is a young
That's
child,
my
but
son.
make no mistake, he uses his bedwetting as a direct act of domestic terrorism on the family.
Why does
Look at how he
everyone
looks at
hate
Kevin
Kevin? You
when
might as
someone
well make a
tells him to
TV
not
show
drink
called
so much
Everyone Hates
soda.
Kevin.
Most
Like
of
they
the
made
other
Everyone
relatives
Hates
can be
Chris.
ranked together as neutral, mainly because we don't see much from them in terms of good or bad.
Okay, we're not
This
in the bad
includes
section
Rob,
anymore.
Tracy, Brooke, Sandra, and Heather. There isn't really much we can say about them, given their lack of personality one way or the other. We'd say that Leslie is a decent person, and I suppose we could chalk her up on the good side, but in all honesty, based on her actions, I'd say she's pretty neutral. And if she is good, she gets docked a point for marrying scumbag Uncle Frank. Guilt
Sorry.
by association, I say. Next to her on the list is Donald Trump.
Hey,
He's
we're in
only
the
on
good
screen for
area.
like 10 seconds, and he's already assisting our hero. What a guy.
Oh my gosh, he's in. He's
Down the hall and to the left.
Is Donald Trump actually
I
in the
guess
movie?
he should probably
I'm
be
just
ranked as
wondering
neutral
now.
as well, but hey, at least he made
How'd
an
they
attempt
get him
to be
on
a
this?
decent
I know he
person
wasn't
to
a
Kevin
president
here,
back
unlike
then,
most
but-
of the McAllisters.
Wow.
Now, Megan, we're going to defend enough to actually label her as the first overall good person on the list.
Oh, she's a good
yes,
character.
she's
Okay,
mean to
now
her
we're in the
brother
good.
early on. But later, when it's revealed that he's been forgotten, unlike Buzz, she shows true, genuine concern about his safety.
Yeah, you get a good point for that. Good job, Megan.
I'm helpless.
Good job.
Do you think he's flipped out?
So Megan is a good egg, unlike
She
the
is.
rest of her family.
Good.
Finally, we're at some genuinely good people. We
Thank
cannot
you.
forget about
Thank
Gus
God.
Polinski,
It's a Christmas
Polka King
miracle.
of the Midwest.
Polka, 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 polka,
You are
polka,
really a good
polka.
person in the movie.
There's
actually.
nothing bad you can say about this guy. He went out of his way to reach out to Kevin's mom at the airport because he knew that something was
I'm not doing
wrong,
music from
and
the
didn't
movie, I'm
think
doing music
twice to
from the
offer
trailer.
her a ride because he was genuinely concerned about the well-being of her son. Then again, anyone John Candy plays is probably
Who's
going to be
John
the most
Candy?
likable character in any
Who's
movie.
John Candy?
Moving on to Old Man Marley. Despite the terrifying
Man
rumors
Marley.
that Buzz tells Kevin, Old Man Marley isn't a murderer. He's just a quiet old man who has become distant to his family. He's friendly to Kevin and even has a real, genuine conversation with
See,
him.
these
which
are
doesn't
characters
seem
that
like
belong to
much,
good.
but there's a respect
How
there
about
that
Kevin
Kevin
below
clearly
him,
hasn't
though?
gotten elsewhere. And of course, we can't leave out the fact that he saved Kevin from having his fingers bitten off by Cousin Vinny.
That is messed up.
The only reason that we're ranking him lower than Pigeon Lady is because he really makes no attempt to not creep Kevin out in the store. Pigeon Lady is next. And really, she acts as the same character type as
Kevin's
Marley
above
in
both
the
of
sequel.
them.
She's a compassionate, good person. And most importantly, she
is.
puts her own life in danger to save Kevin's
Mentors,
life
I
from
guess.
2 violent criminals in Central Park, one of whom had a gun. This tells you a lot about her character and gives her the Bronze Medal of Good.
The bronze, huh? I don't think Kevin's gonna be at the top,
But
though.
the silver medal goes to Mr. Duncan, the guy who runs the toy store
Wow.
in Home Alone 2.
Okay.
Everything about this guy's
Kevin's at the top.
personality and behavior is pure. Obviously, he scores big points for donating all the money the store takes in on Christmas Eve to charity.
But why is he not at the
Mr.
top?
Duncan just takes it right down to the hospital.
But we know that it's far more than just a tax deduction for him. Just listening to him talk about how the charitable act brings joy to him is all you need to hear to know this guy is a wonderful person.
I like your store. It's very nice.
And once again, we have someone
Walking
who treats
in a
Kevin with
Christmas
great
wonderland.
respect. And Kevin's own kind deed,
I don't
donating
know the
money to the
lyrics
charity
to
as
the
well,
song,
is
man.
enough to warm his heart, showing that being a good person is all that this guy is about.
But why is he not at
so
the
there's
top?
only one spot left, and we've missed the movie's most important character, so I'm sure you know who's getting the gold medal for good.
Yeah,
the
we already
most
know.
good character in Home Alone is none other than Kevin. But how,
Wow.
I hear many of you ask, more good than old man
Right.
Marley and
How is
Pigeon
Wicked
Lady, who
Binge
selflessly
reading me?
rescue Kevin from danger?
He's reading
more
me.
good than Mr. Freaking Duncan, who just wants to donate money to charity? More good
Right?
than the Polka King of the Midwest? Yes, and I'll explain why. As we've
Please.
discussed, Kevin's family is terrible, and his
Yes.
parents neglect him in various ways.
That is
He's also
100%
bullied
true,
by his
yeah.
siblings, and he's treated like a second-class family member by everyone around him.
Yep.
Yet he still acts with great moral character, and that's not even factoring in the fact that he is 8 or 9 years old. Mr. Duncan is great, sure, but he's had his whole life to build up to that level of moral purity. But Kevin already has it.
True.
He donates money to Mr. Duncan's charity too, because he genuinely believes it's the right thing to do.
So you can give this to Mr. Duncan. The hospital needs it more than I do.
Not to mention the fact that he helps others out with their problems, offering oddly sagely advice to Old Man Marley and Pigeon Lady.
What's your point?
My point is, you should call your son.
And here's the big thing.
Okay.
The end of Home Alone 2
Okay.
doesn't involve Harry and Marv coming after Kevin organically. Kevin lures them into a house to bring justice to them for stealing from charity. Because he knows that the charity is a great moral cause. He puts his own life in grave danger to protect it. Kevin is essentially a vigilante at this point, fighting on the side of good. Now, some people have pointed
Okay.
out that Kevin's
Okay.
traps are too violent, both in the first movie and in the sequel.
Yeah, if Home
Well,
Alone
I
was
don't
rated R,
hold
we would
any of this
get a
against
ton
him
of
at
gore
all.
and blood.
Kevin has the right to be territorial with defending his home
Speaking
from
of Home
invaders.
Alone, if it was
In
rated R,
fact,
go check out
I would
Violent Night.
argue
Doesn't
that
seem
there
like
is
that.
more moral character and backbone in standing and fighting them like he did than running to the police. Kevin is a young man of great integrity, a vigilante who is cleaning up the streets of evildoers, all while offering people around him great advice and having high enough moral character to forgive his family for treating him so poorly.
He also
I
has a
guess what he did
security.
to the
He
pizza delivery
also
guy
has a
was kinda
security
screwed
thing
up,
featured in
but
the
boys
door.
will be boys.
Yeah, that's okay. That.
Anyway,
that
what do you think? Who's the most good and evil characters in Home Alone 1
Honestly,
and 2?
I
Don't
gotta
forget to
agree
binge
for
watch
list.
our full Good
Not
to Evil
fully,
playlist
but I
where
do
we
agree with
analyze
it.
the morality of your favorite shows,
Probably not
cartoons, and
99%
movies.
of probably
But most importantly, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry
and a
Christmas,
Happy New Year.
filthy animal. Alright guys, that was Home Alone characters, Naughty the Nice, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, by Wicked Binge, by the way. So, thank you to the commenter that for me to react to this. Thank you for commenting that. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. I did say in the shout-out video, I'm pretty sure, so, you know, probably get your shout-out there. But, yeah, thank you for commenting for me to react to this, because I enjoyed this video. I was actually very shocked with the results, okay, so I definitely agree with Marv and Harry, I agree with that, and the stupid Joe, or whatever his name is. I agree, okay? I agree. However, the thing I see that I don't agree with, why would you put that there? The only people I don't agree with is those two old people that were trading in their stuff their plane ticket for this stuff, and Buzz. I think you should have put Buzz lower instead of higher. Like, those are the only ones I don't agree with. Everyone else, they're good in their spots. They're good in their spots. I wouldn't have agreed with Kevin, but then with all the points he was making and all the choices he was talking about that Kevin made, I officially agree with him. I agree. Kevin does get the gold medal for good. But I agree 99% of this list. I feel like you should have put the old lady and her husband above Buzz. Other than that, this list is alright. Alright, this list is alright. Actually, wait, no, hold on. You should put them in the gray area. We don't know them. We don't know how important their plane ticket was. Maybe it was super important that we're like, I can't trade this in. I gotta get home to my family or something like that. Or something like that. Like, they had something important of their own. So I would say you put them at least on the bottom of the gray area. I'm just saying. So maybe put them above the police officer. Don't know about the rest, but just make sure they're above the police officer. Other than that, you're good. But anyways, guys, that was the video. What did you guys think about it? Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace. Oh, and happy holidays, and peace out. Thank you for watching the video. If you guys liked it, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell. Click on one of the videos on the screen, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.